Hi, I'm Terry King. Welcome to my first ever blog, and I'm going to talk about under pressure to retire. Now, I'm not talking about the pressure from employers to get rid of older workers, although of course that happens, or indeed the millennials about older people keeping their jobs. Not talking about that either, but talking about the pressure that people who, when they become to retirement age, are under, the pressure they're under from their peers to join them, to retire. The number of times I get asked, when am I going to give up work, even though I'm over retirement age, and enjoy my life? Well, I mean, that statement's sort of loaded, really, isn't it? I mean, that assumes for a start off that there's no intrinsic value in work itself and that work's not enjoyable. And in fact, actually being retired is absolutely sort of like nirvana. I mean, for me, and this is a sort of like a personal thing, I mean, and it's not really about how I feel about all retired people or all people who are still in work, but there are two critical sort of factors. One's a pull one, which is about why do I want to keep working? Well, simply I enjoy it. I enjoy being out there in the world. I enjoy using my brain. I enjoy interacting with new people. I enjoy having problems to solve. And most of all, I enjoy having a job that Chapter 3 gives me, which is the opportunity to help people and to try to make lives a bit better. And that's just absolutely fantastic. The other factors are around sort of like the push ones, about pushing me away from being retired. I mean, what would I do with all of my time, I mean, for me, my observations are that retirement's around pottering around in the garden. I love my garden and I like spending time in it, but there's only so much you can do there, unless you're on Chatsworth or something. And it's about, I see people, they're planning their holidays, they're planning their meals in a way that they never did before. Their social circles are shrinking. They're wearing FootJoys and comfy clothes. I don't know, it just seems to be that there's sort of such a lack of variety in the life. But the biggest thing for me, even if you're doing all of those things that you enjoy and you've got fantastic hobbies, it's about the lack of intellectual stimulation. It's about that, how do you, make your brain hurt, which is a really good thing. It's a really good thing to have a brain that hurts occasionally, because it just keeps it from shrinking, stops it from sort of shrinking. The other thing and all is, actually, when you're retired, other people not really bothered about what it is that you've got to say. So even if you've got something absolutely fantastically insightful to say, be it about the in or out referendum, actually people who are currently in work don't really attach a lot of value to what it is that you're saying. So, actually, what do I want to say now is stop pressurising me into retiring, and anybody else who's over pension age who hasn't given up work, and actually think about it for yourself. So brilliant. Thank you for listening.